That implies...
I pushed the button and then it says 3, 2, 1 and now it says starting. So give it a second.
These innumerable delays are...
Okay, it is live.
Okay, folks, 5 o'clock. Welcome to our weekly select board meeting. As usual, we'll start with our town clerk's report.
Okay, this one didn't really need to be on my report, but the gentleman who called was very upset, and that is that his trash cans are being thrown after they're being emptied. And he said he did talk to Melon about leaving the trash cans in the middle of the driveway, so he had to get out of his car when he came home and move them and then go in his driveway. This is a new issue, though. His words were something to the effect that he was going to file a suit if it wasn't taken care of. So,
they aren't that, to his credit, they aren't that gentle with trash cans when they get done with them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I can even say I've seen them tossed. I mean, they usually bang them upside down pretty hard when they throw them down, but I also understand that, well,
yeah, and the problem is that these are, private property. They're privately owned. If they were supplied by us, that would be another story. So, I leave that to you. It's been reported. We got a dividend check from MMA for workers' comp because we met certain criteria. I believe it said they had a dividend of about $75,000 that they distributed based on your size or the premiums you pay. The state is after us to get the ACO information into them. We need Kristen's training information, and she has not been forthcoming with that. That is critical. She needs to be.
So what do you need from her?
Her training information.
She replied, David, and said it was an online dangerous animal class, and that was all she said.
She needs more than that.
I've emailed her 3-4 times.
Yeah.
I can try to get hold of her. She's pretty good about it. She calls me
Yeah.
anytime she has an issue, so she'll pick up.
What the class was? Well, I mean, she's got to have basic ACO training, which we don't even have record of her having.
Okay.
And then she needs 8 hours per year of continuing education. And the statute explicitly says the ACO is responsible for maintaining currency and for maintaining documentation showing that she's met the requirement. Okay, a bunch on the property tax stabilization program. Debbie had gotten hold of a document that the city of Bath put together that they sent around to the assessors, I guess, and we took that and modified it. We now have a Town of Parsonsfield tax stabilization program information sheet, which I've given you each a copy of. And I look for any comments on it. If I don't get any, I will go ahead and print a bunch of them. We'll have them here. The application is also available through a link on our website, as are the question and answers that Maine Revenue has, and we also have the information and application here at the town office.
Do you have any ideas on how to promote this, David, just besides the internet and...
Yeah, I'd say the website and Facebook as we get into it. And I mean, I don't know if you need to put it in the shopping guide. My guess is word's going to get around.
Yeah,
Something like this.
I think there will be other probably possibilities for the shopping guide and whatnot too, which...
Yeah, I would wait a while and see what kind of response we get. Danielle and I talked about the possibility of sending out the application with tax bills to people that we thought were eligible and that we hadn't gotten an application for. Just something to think about.
initially don't think that'd be too good an idea, because then the town is taking responsibility for notifying the people. And then the person says, well, I never got anything in the mail, and I'm 65, and I want to file an application, and it's late, and whatever. So put it upon the people to
Well, the prerequisite is
be aware of what's going on. And
having a homestead.
No, you don't have to have a homestead. You have to be a resident. If you look at the application, you do not have to have a homestead exemption.
I'll look at it.
You basically have to be eligible for a homestead exemption. All right, well, if you don't want to, then that's okay.
I mean, we can see how it goes, but I
We,
would prefer that people use their own initiative and
yeah.
fill out the form. And
Well, we're not going to fill it out for them.
well, I know, but the people fill out the form and submit it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, okay. We did that with homestead exemption forms for people that were obviously eligible. We did it, I think, 3 years in a row, and we got about 2 back each year out of the 50 or 60 that we sent out. So we stopped doing that. Okay. Again, just a couple of questions that are really on you guys. Can we ask for proof of age for eligibility? Because you have to be at least 65 by April 1st of any given year. And how are improvements to the property handled?
Improvements is an interesting question.
Yeah.
I mean, if the proof of age, they have to say they're eligible, they sign it under perjury or whatever, possibility of death or something, I don't know. I mean, they're expected to tell the truth, I guess. That's the...
Well, Ed, you ought to spend a week in our office. You really ought to.
People are sometimes...
Less than forthcoming,
Less than
shall we
forthcoming,
say.
okay.
Yeah. It would be nice if they weren't like that, but... anyways, I think we should find out if we can ask, because there are going to be some people that we're not sure. Some people look a lot older than they are, others look a lot younger than they are.
Yep.
It's like when they card you for buying alcohol. They say if you're under
Ridiculous.
40 or something, we're going to card you. Okay. Let's see. Consolidated came by and picked up the piece of cable that was on our lawn, but they left the one across the street, which I had also asked them to pick up. But I don't know what to do about that, except
Electronic waste.
it'll break down to about 100,000 years. And CMP has not come by to pick up the remnants of the pole. Grants for cleanup expenses after the storm, according to Matt, Kama, and Debbie, we won't be getting any.
not-
going to be any of it.
Not enough damage.
Yeah. Which surprised me. Well, is it by county?
Yes.
It's by county.
Yes,
Okay, then that
York County.
doesn't surprise me, because Cumberland County, I mean,
Got a lot.
Standish and that's
Big old,
Baldwin. Yeah. Well, okay.
But our insurance company is working on
Yeah.
a percentage of reimbursement type
Okay.
thing. So
Okay.
I think, Deb, what was the last number? About 12,000 for,
Oh, it's more than that.
is it more? We got the payroll numbers yet?
It is it's in the,
All right, well, it's 12 to 15 range. I mean, it's not excessive, but
Yeah.
it'd be nice to get reimbursed for
more like
something.
20.
Good. The mechanical services quote for upgrading our heating system controls I mentioned last week. I think Harvey said, yeah, we should do it, but I didn't hear it from everybody. If you want me to do that, I will. If we give them a go-ahead now, they'll hold the price, even though it'll be at least 4 weeks for them to get delivery of the controller. Otherwise, they'll have to reprice it, which may or may not.
Where would we put that? We put that on the opera fund.
Yeah, probably good. It's an upgrade to a bill. I mean,
Well, we should do
we'll
it.
pay for it somewhere. I mean,
So,
But there's 2 or 3 of those with the hot water system and
Well, this would put us in good standing in the building, you know, once we're done with this.
right, I mean, that's it. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
get
finished with it. yeah.
Generator, this system, the water heater, you know, the hot water system.
So we think we should go ahead with it and we'll try and use the ARPA funds or something to pay for it?
I think so, because with a generator and whatnot, we don't know what effect that would have on, you know, on the older system, so.
I don't think that'll affect it.
Yes,
One way or another.
you got
Let's
to,
hope not, but I.
Sorry, I've been reading this.
you want the $9,000 to fix the system, you know, the heating system controls, and then we'll pay for it either our ARPA funds or,
Or out of the general maintenance.
yeah, capital, yeah. Okay. So Debbie, we're approving the expenditure so David can order and,
I will give them the go-ahead. Well, the title for the next one, obviously, I got caught midstream there.
Yeah, marijuana.
Yeah,
tax
marijuana
collection.
2021.
Jeez.
I was putting another line item in, and that was the marijuana person
so
from
we knew it was a
the
very profitable item,
Yeah,
but hey.
yes.
Gee, we'd be in
from the
good shape.
state that it's been talked about having in to give us some more information, this being the person, or not the person, but somebody who took his place that was going to come in before. I'm not quite sure where we are on that. Do we need to, do you want that?
What, I'm sorry.
This is getting the person in to...
I don't know, that was brought up a while ago, does it? You guys think it's,
What's that, the marijuana?
yeah,
Well, this is getting the state person.
That's what I don't think it's a bad idea if this next
No, I
thing
thought that
gets
was
voted on. I thought it was a good idea to
Yeah.
talk, yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was getting rescheduled.
well, that's what I thought too, that's why I was,
understanding.
you couldn't make the first meeting or something and,
Yeah. Okay, we'll work on that. Then the second half of that line item is the 2021 tax collection. So we've collected, the percentage of the collection didn't go up if you just have one decimal point. So it was 96.8%, which it was last week, but I think we collected somewhere on the order of $20,000. The liens people know are going on the 16th, so
these people are really behind and want to catch up or,
anybody who still owes 2021 taxes will be
Okay.
lien if they aren't paid off next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So remaining for the 21 taxes are 81 accounts that owe $101,000 and change. And for the 2020 accounts, or 2020 tax year, there are 23 accounts owing $33,600 and change. Trio conversion, I've heard very little about. Surprised I haven't gotten a call from Joe. I don't know, have you talked to anybody at Trio, Deb?
No, I haven't. David, I need to set up more accounts. There's a lot of accounts that are not there.
Yeah,
So I'm working into that this week.
okay. All right. I haven't heard much about the middle of the Stanley building this week. I guess it's probably on your agenda, so we can wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I mean, you can wait if you want. There's nothing really. We got an email, but it was nothing.
Okay. I did get a call from David Laurie today, and he was picking my brain on whether I had done a dye test at the building next door to the Stanley building. And I racked my brain, and I said, I don't think I did. And then we both talked back and forth, and I said, no, they put a new septic system in.
that whole group of 3
Yeah,
buildings
and
there.
that would have been before any of this hit the fan, so, yeah. But he said he's working on a permanent injunction to get that easement extinguished. I thought he already had that in place. I mean, I know they couldn't talk about it, couldn't bring it up at the hearing, but I thought he...
Well, that's what when he sent me a note back to a question I had for him, that's what he implied, that they were,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know, Stanley Building. Jesus Christ. We're killing more trees with the mill that's empty. He said, David Lowry said, when I asked a question about the occupancy of the Stanley Building because there were some fire concerns, and should that be a concern of ours? That it's a dangerous building and we're increasing the occupancy of the building by letting people in 18 hours a day as opposed to just a couple. And he said, it would cause delay in getting other issues resolved. So I thought other issues was maybe a permanent injunction and the easement on the settling of the easement. But so yes, we have to be patient for a while.
Yeah.
More.
All right. The Tri-Town setup. Still some questions in my mind, and they relate to the limits, really, at this point. Is there a per-person limit, or a residence limit, or over time limit?
We were given none of those.
Okay.
They were hesitate for us to advertise that we were taking
Right.
construction debris, which I understand. They're not looking to hoard it. But there was no, they said for now, they were as it comes, and then they may have to change something along the way.
Okay.
But as of right now, I don't think at that rate, people are going to bring a whole lot of construction debris in. I mean, somebody has to, if they strip a roof, say 8 square shingles, which is just a small one side of the roof, that weighs 240 times 8, that's 2,000 pounds. 2,000, and it's, how much? It's 15 cents a pound. You're looking at what, $300, something like that?
Yeah, 250.
Yeah. So.
Or 100. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I
Good
don't
point.
think that anyone's going to start hauling in truckload after
Yeah.
truckload.
Okay.
Plus the fact that they're charging us a premium, so they're going to
Right.
make some money on the process.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I skipped one earlier. That's the municipal election. Absentee ballots are available. Again, I'm going to reiterate, Monday through Thursday. No absentee ballots can be returned, requested, or sent, or voted in person on Fridays. Okay? And you can...
Is there a reason for?
That's because I'm here by myself on Friday.
Oh, okay.
And I'm on the ballot opposed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Danielle's on the ballot, but she's unopposed.
Okay.
So she can handle absentees. I'm not even supposed to touch absentee
Okay.
ballots. Yeah.
Town meeting's the 3rd, correct?
No, it's the
10th?
election is the 9th.
10th,
and
oh, okay.
the meeting
So
is
the
the
2nd.
10th. Yeah. Okay. Again, a note about the electronics disposal. It's October 1st, 9 to 11 a.m. at the old Walker Building. Open to Parsons Field and Cornish residents. And then my 2 favorites. Be careful about your email.
Is that sort of died down, or is that sort of, you don't hear as much about it in the news?
Yeah, you don't. I think probably it's because people are almost expecting it at times. I mean, I think if you look at the technical journals, you'll see that there are just as many attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not news anymore, basically.
There haven't been any big, what are they, when they lock you out of your
Ransom type.
Yeah, ransomware that I've heard of. Probably companies, private companies, but no municipal. Like Atlanta, I mean, the city of Atlanta was shut down for a month.
Right. Now, we have backed up all our records, right, or whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
files.
Yeah.
Is that physical, we have it, or is it in the cloud, or where's,
In the
how's
cloud.
that?
In the cloud.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it.
All right, thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
All right. Not too much on the agenda this week. The usual bills to approve. CEO was in here talking about a couple of issues. Trees being cut in watershed areas, that type of thing. So he was out looking at that this afternoon. Nothing from the York County. We had a report last week. Animal control. We have our log, which has 7 incidents on it from the town of Parsonsfield. Christine also performs the same function for Cornish. Typical 4 dogs, 2 cats, and a goat. So anyone who's keeping score. We have the planning board, appeals board. You have a budget committee tonight.
Budget committee tonight, planning board tomorrow night.
Okay. The comprehensive committee, the next meeting is the 30th. Right, is that?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing on Secaucus Road. The solar update. However you want to touch base on that.
Well, I received a call last week from Acacia from Soltage, who was the manager of development, and I guess she's moving on, and she gave us the name of a new contact that will be hopefully getting in touch with us, or I'll get in touch with him. I'm not sure which one will happen first, but see what's going on. This guy probably has a little bit more electrical experience, I think. So maybe he can do something with CMP eventually.
It's just to know people getting, upset about how long this is taking. It's CMP and transmission lines and capacity. But Soltage is still paying us our lease fee every year. It was $28,000 last year, or
Around 30, something.
yeah. I mean, it's like
vicinity.
it's not
I don't recall.
$100 or something. It's in the thousands, like 30. So I mean, Parsonsfield is still benefiting from this. It's not just everything's in suspension here.
Can I just ask you, what's the difference between Secaucus Road and
Yeah,
Solar?
I was just going to mention that we
That's
should
been
take
like that
Secaucus
forever,
Road
and
off
I
from
just-
there. We don't need Secaucus Road on there.
Well, I think that was on there.
We had some emailings going back and forth, but didn't need to be on the agenda every week.
It was right. It was concerning the grading and the regrading and
Right.
the taking care of it, because our trucks were going down to the salt shed and the road was becoming in disrepair.
Does Saco River need to be on there? Just when they have something?
Probably not. I mean, once we have a specific, those are so infrequent.
Yeah.
The Stanley Building, we had an email from our attorney to Mr. Collins' attorney concerning use of the building, and then Mr. Collins can use the building 6 in the morning until midnight every day if you'd like, but that the town does have permission from the court to go in and inspect things that need to be inspected. I would assume that would be the plumbing and septic and that type of thing, since we're working on that. We're going to discuss a little bit about road closures.